Hello and welcome to this week's episode of So Fired. I'm Chelsea Toronto.
And I'm Dr. Lindsay Regier.
And welcome. Each week on So Fired, we take life's shitty things and turn them into pretty things.
And we share all of our botched occurrences that we are behooved to share.
That's funny.
Yeah. And this week we're talking about Chelsea has a girlfriend ? And Sexiest Man Alive, apparently. And the mistakes that men make in bed that women hate.
There's so many things to talk about.
There's so many things to talk about.
All right, Lindsay, what's your So Fired of the week?
My So Fired is I had such a good hair day on Monday. And Monday is a day where like no one that I care about sees me. Like I'm not going anywhere special. I'm not doing anything special. But my hair was like banging. I'm like, God damn it. What a waste of a good hair day. But I happened to go to the dentist to get my teeth whitening kit. And both of the receptionists, I walked in, they're like, wow, your hair looks so good. Oh my gosh, I love your hair. And then I went back to the dental assistant. She's like, I love your hair. I'm like, oh, okay. Good waste of a hair day, but, 3 people complimented me on it.
Well, that might be more than you would have received if all of your people saw it.
Probably. Yeah, no one would have said anything if all my normies would have seen it, but.
Normies?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a neat phrase.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my So Fired. Thank you everyone for complimenting me. What's your So Fired?
I forgot. Yep, I forgot. I had an occurrence that took place this week in which I was the mastermind of the entire experience. I got to be honest. And from start to finish, at first I said, do you want to do this? And then I was very in tune with my thoughts and my feelings throughout the entire thing. And then afterwards, it wasn't working for me. And rather than like fuck it up and like botch it up, speaking of botch things, botch it up and like limp along and do what I normally do, I turn to people who are stronger and know better. And I listen to everyone in my camp. And I let 2 smart people handle it for me, because if I did it myself, I would have ruined it. I wouldn't have handled it well. I handled it well and swift.
Yeah, you did. Mm-hmm. Okay. Maybe we can talk about that more later. Maybe. I don't know. Up to you.
Issues.
Okay. Issues. So I have multiple email addresses, and one email address is strictly just for spam mail. But then my actual email address that I use has now become a spam email account.
100%.
So I'm going through all of these emails that I don't want to do. I'm hitting unsubscribe. Okay, so you click unsubscribe.
Yeah.
Here's the issue. Takes you to a website.
Yeah.
Okay, now put in your email address again. Okay, next page. Which ones do you want to unsubscribe to? And then, are you absolutely positively 100% sure you never want to hear from us ever again? I'm like, yes! This is like the 3rd or 4th time I've been trying to unsubscribe from your email list. And like, it's so freaking annoying. I just am trying to get off the spams, and they are relentless.
You almost have to have you have to get a new email address.
I know.
Just get a new email address. I have a boneyard of email addresses. I have so many that I don't even know how many I have.
I feel like you just made a new one, and
it was like Chelsea R. Toronto.
Yeah.
And I think there's like 2 emails in there, and then I forgot to monitor it. But the other one is just a clusterfuck dumpster fire of emails.
Yeah, that's my other one. Really big dumpster fire. And I just wish that it was easier to unsubscribe from things.
Oh, boy. I feel like there's a real market in making it so miserably hard. Like, I feel like there's legislation in their favor somehow. Like, why is it universally so intentionally hard?
Because I didn't read the terms and conditions. They're like, you didn't read them. We can spam you forever and ever and ever.
Yeah, until you get a new website, or a new email, rather.
Yeah. So that's my issue.
That's a good one. That's a really good one, actually. I wrote all my issues down, and then they're in the other room. So let me see what I can remember. I don't like it when people leave cabinets open. Obviously, your mind would go to the kitchen, but I'm talking about in the locker room. Ladies, what's up? Shut the door. What are you? 5? What do you, like, who doesn't shut your locker door? Like, you just walk away? Like, the fact that you are, like, okay with doing that is do you know what I mean?
I think, are they leaving it open to be like, hey, look, there's a locker open? Are they just like, I'm so busy and I'm in such a rush, I can't even close a locker door?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume the latter.
Okay.
And that really annoys the shit out of me.
It does, because if I'm not paying attention and I'm bending
Yes.
down, I'm going to come up and like whack my head on the corner. That thing can leave a mark and make you bleed.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I hate that. I hate stomach girl issues. Everything, I don't know. I can't try something new. I have to like think about it. Like, what time do I have to go to work? How sick can I be? Can I risk going to yoga with this new non-meat meat that I just made for breakfast? Like, or is that going to like tear me up? That's frustrating. Oh, I wish I remember all the other ones. Were they in my pocket? No, those are good enough.
I do get the hot girl stomach issues, because it's like, okay, I'm going to try this right now. And I think it's safe to say that I'm going to like go to bed tonight, and hopefully like I'm not ill anytime between now and then or in the morning. So yeah, it's annoying. That's what limits me to try new foods. I don't want to be ill.
I'm okay if it's like a real food that came out of the ground.
Oh, you know what? You had chicken wings the other day. How are you feeling after chicken wings? I ate too many. I was definitely ill. I was unwell.
I was fine.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like it was such an experience that I was like, oh my God, I'm back.
Really?
Those chicken wings weren't good enough. I mean, they were good enough to like break the seal, obviously. And I will continue to eat those, but that is my exception.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, they're okay. All right, ready to get to the topics for this week?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's start with the sexiest man alive.
Yeah, let's do that.
People magazine declared Patrick Dempsey to be the sexiest man alive this
Again?
year. I don't think he's ever had it before.
I don't believe that. I believe he has.
Well, I think the reason why he got it was because I don't think he has anything to actively promote right now. And with the strike, the SAG-AFTRA strike that just ended like 2 days ago, I don't think people who are working on a project right now could have done it, because then they'd have to promote whatever project they're working on. Right?
What?
So like, I think he got it because he's not actively promoting a project that he's working on. And then it limited the pool of actors that could be up for nomination. So I think he kind of squeaked by in like a technicality.
It says finally.
Yeah, finally. Yeah, he never has been.
I don't. Really?
Yeah.
What was the show he was on?
Grey's Anatomy.
And all those times he wasn't considered sexiest man alive?
No.
What?
You know who was when he was on that show? Was the other doctor.
George Clooney?
No, McDreamy. Was he McDreamy or McSteamy? One of the Grey's Anatomy doctors was sexiest man alive at some point. McSteamy.
Oh my God.
I know.
Well, he deserves it.
Well, also, I kind of don't really know anything about him other than Grey's Anatomy, so I wanted to do a little deep dive on him. And way back in the day when he was like, I don't know, 25, he was married to a 48-year-old lady.
Mm-hmm.
She looked like she was 48. Like, I don't know.
She doesn't look like me.
Mm-mm.
He's so hot.
And I don't know what happened.
He's so hot.
He's so hot. But this is what came out about that first marriage.
Although, you know why I don't like him?
Why?
Why don't I like him?
I don't know. Is his nose not big enough?
It's too skinny. You know how I feel about skinny noses. But his hair is doing everything for me. I do love salt and pepper.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm happy for him. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, well, he was accused of abusing his wife. His first one. Like, emotionally, physically. Kind of beat the shit out of her. And and no one remembered that. And then I think in an interview, maybe like 5 years ago, someone was like, oh, like, what about your past? He's like, it was just, I made some mistakes. It was a troubled time, I had to like get clean off of drugs and alcohol. But, I grew up. So it just goes to show you can do literally anything and nothing matters, because we will all forget about it.
Do you think that's true for regular people?
100%.
Like us?
Yeah. Like if we said something on the show or like said something to someone in real life, eventually you'll forget about it.
I guess you're right.
Because I think we come into contact with so many people throughout our lifetime and just in passing. Like my memory is also of a goldfish. So I forget.
Forgive.
Forgive and forget. What do you think makes a person sexy?
not what Patrick Dempsey has.
Not a skinny nose.
It's not a skinny nose and or implied wife beater.
Yeah.
Nah, that doesn't really do it for me. I'm going to take them off my list. What makes them sexy? Intellect.
Okay.
How good of a listener and how like thoughtful, how invested are they in us, like me?
Mm.
Do they make me feel like welcomed or heard or like appreciated? Like, are we going back and forth? Not just like some cool dude or cool person. That's all about them. Obviously humor, but like wit, I think. It's not just humor like, oh, this guy's funny, but rather like that's witty and like somebody who's smarter than me.
I'd say the Riz, as the kids say.
Well, I don't know what that means.
Charisma.
That is annoying. I've heard that word. I didn't know what that meant.
That is what that means.
I don't necessarily appreciate charisma. I guess I do appreciate it, like that schmooze.
Yeah, I like some good charisma.
I'm charismatic.
Yeah, where you can just walk into a room and you can make a new
that?
friend. Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I think of being charismatic as like.
I guess we should have defined it. Yes, 100%.
Yeah. So
us.
Okay, we're ready to be sexiest ladies alive.
I'm not. Look at me.
Actually, look at me. Everyone on YouTube, I'm apologizing for my hair. This is Hot Mess
It's
Express
so
today.
cute.
Oh, thanks. I would also say a full head of hair.
That does not faze me.
Oh.
Speaking of not a full head of hair,
Yeah.
you know, things at my work are a little funky.
Okay.
It's probably not prudent to dish just because everything in moving parts are still being moved. But what I can tell you is the snow globe is shaken up.
Oh.
And the pieces on the chessboard may be rearranged. What does that mean? Stay tuned. I don't know. However, my coworker, Silvio, said to Gia yesterday, why is Chelsea acting funny? And I was like, oh, he cares about me? Because I would say he doesn't normally.
So you're on his radar?
I am indeed. And I like it.
In a good way?
I guess. In a way. Because normally it's like they just underappreciate me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm just there as like their add-on. But now they're all very like overly DMing me and concerned how I feel. And oh.
I thought you were going to say, speaking of hairy situations or like Harry Styles cut his hair and everyone's like up in arms about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of hair, I'm very concerned about Harry Styles cutting his hair.
I don't know. Maybe.
Let me see.
It's just, I don't know. It's a haircut. People are losing their shit. And they're like, no, it must be photoshopped.
Why do they care?
I don't know. It's kind of like,
God, people are so fucking stupid.
because his hair is like his thing.
It is his thing. But like, maybe, well, I guess. So what? What's this picture here? I should have taken it to something else other than this, but.
This one.
All right, I mean, I can see that. Yeah, he doesn't look the same.
Yeah, I don't really think he's that good looking to begin with.
No, I don't either. Not enough to lose my shit over it.
He's not on my sexiest man alive list.
Nope. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Speaking of sexiest man alive and sexy time, here are 8 common mistakes that men make in bed that women hate.
I'm ready.
Let's see.
I can't wait to say about this. Because I had some really, a lot of experiences this week.
That's good.
Yeah, it was. I was thinking I had to talk to my mom a little bit ago. That's why I was running late. And I was like, I have nothing to tell her that's happened, you know, because you got to download and be like, I did this all week. And I was like, I don't really have anything to tell her because everything was like energetically.
Energetically? As in, like, what? Okay, let's say I'm your mom. Let's have this conversation. Chelsea.
Mom.
I haven't heard from you in a month. I thought I wasn't going to hear from you until Christmas. What's been going on? What did you do this week?
Not a lot, Mom. I don't know. Just a lot's going on here energetically.
What does that mean?
I don't know. My ex-husband's friend's wife came on to me And then, so that was unique. And that energy freed up a lot of energy from the waist down. And then that energy converted itself into a biblical, celebration of orgasming. And then, I don't know, it just feels like everybody wants a piece of this. Yeah.
Okay, Chelsea. Like,
stop thinking about yourself. Yeah. You're so self-absorbed. Yeah. Okay, you're right. I'm so stupid. Okay, let's get back to women in bed.
That was a fun conversation with your mom.
Lindsay's like, I enjoyed that narration.
Yes. Okay, number 1, not spending enough time on foreplay. So, unlike men, women need at least 20 minutes of good foreplay before they can be turned on.
I had that this week, and it was great. It made a huge difference. Look at me yelling.
I know, I'm like, okay.
I gotta say, I agree with this. What a difference it does make. The end.
I'd say, yeah, definitely. 20 minutes seems like a long ass time, but like, yeah.
20 minutes gets the pump primed, as they say in the business.
How about, okay, number 2, being silent or emotionless during sex. How would you feel if your woman stays quiet during sex? You would not feel like you're doing something right. So, men, let us know you're enjoying it, and doing this will let us know if you are enjoying it or not. Give us some hints. Don't be silent.
Why don't you mind your own business? Why don't you focus on you and your experience and let them experience theirs and stop staring at me? Like,
I don't need the whole conversation. I don't need a whole back and forth dialogue.
I don't actually agree with this.
I feel like you're inside me. You look like you're having a good time. Like,
I'm going to assume that you're okay right now. Yeah. Because if this doesn't work for you, I don't have anything left to make you feel better. This is the final stop for this train. Mm-hmm. If you can't dump and be happy here, I don't know where you're going to go. Like, it's outside of this home. Like, my dinner making skills aren't that great, so I don't know. Take it or leave it. This is all you're getting.
Yeah, mind your own business.
Mind your own business. Like, let me be. Like, I'm not here to perform for you. And if I performed less, I might have a better time, so I could just make it about me, because there's nowhere else in my life that could just be about me, can it? No, I can't talk about myself on the phone. And when I went and asked for a raise, I came back, and my roommate's like, he totally gaslit the shit out of me. Okay, I'd like to take a moment, please. I'm getting squared away here.
Okay.
I'm really fired up, and this is maybe why. Last week, I was talking to my roommate that I do a really good job at my job. I have made it my own. I am like somewhat of a fixture, and I've added a lot of value. I'm very proud of the effort that I have done in the last year and a half. So all of my customers are like, I hope you get a raise. You're so good. I'm like, yeah, you know what? And then I thought about it. He's never going to come to me and offer me a raise. I have to go to him and ask for it. And in which case, I prepped for it. I had numbers. I rehearsed. I came up with more than just like, I want, but rather like, here's what I've done. Here's what the business needs. All these things. It wasn't a personnel matter. It didn't talk about people or the personalities. I just said, hey, we have some opportunities here for improvement. So I came home. My roommate's like, how'd it go? I'm so proud of you, blah, blah, blah. Things are going to shake out as a result of it, right? I mean, things happen in business. It's not my control. I'm not that influential, despite what I think in my head. And then I come back, update my roommate on what's going on. I hope you're happy. You threw gas on this fire. Yeah, I'm like, you just fucking gaslit the shit out of me. It was all kudos and good job and kisses on the forehead when you think I'm doing the right thing, asking for what I deserve and like speaking up. But now that somebody else, somehow I am not that important that I am responsible for other people. Like, and to put that on me, I was like,
how would he even know?
Well,
he doesn't know what's going to happen.
Well, technically, I don't either. But right. If what I told him happens, I had no say in any of this. Not to mention, I didn't ask for any of this. This is not what I was petitioning for, right? Mm-hmm. And for him to like say that, I just felt like that was just another narcissistic childhood trauma that I've experienced over the years where like, well, it's your fault. I was like, fuck you, dude. I call my mom and she's like, fuck him. Thanks, Mom.
Oh, wow.
Okay, sorry, tangent, but I had to get that off my chest because I just realized that was gaslighting. And I'm like, fuck you, dude. It's okay to speak up when it's good, but your actions caused distress to others, potentially.
Yeah. So don't gaslight us into thinking we're having a good time having sex if we're not.
Yeah, don't talk so much.
Yeah, don't talk so much.
Let me focus on myself. Sorry, I forgot we were talking about sex.
Yeah.
Woo!
Okay, number 3, excessive thrusting or too fast. Pound town.
I don't mind Pound Town, but if what you're seeking is not going to happen as a result of what I'm seeking, there's a time and place for Pound Town.
I feel like you just switch it up, pound slow. I don't know. Switch up the speed. There's a time and a place. I don't think the whole thing should be like, oh my
Unless
God.
it's for them, and then they're like, "Yeah, you good? Let me get you your vibrator." Because that was just about them. If it's Pound Town City,
Yeah.
if you're driving through Pound Town, that's fun for a minute.
Yeah. Let's take the scenic route.
Like if I have already reached my destination and you're still driving through Pound Town, and that's what it takes for you to get to your final destination, I'm cool with that. No, if that's what you need.
And if you feel like you're lasting, wait, like not long enough, do more foreplay, do more positions.
Stop.
Pause. Yeah, stop. Stop. Take a beat.
Hang on a second.
So yeah, we don't like that. All right, number 4, attacking her clitoris.
It's not my favorite. Slow down.
Okay.
Why is it such a thing these days?
It's not a scratch and win. It's not a scratch and sniff. Because that's
like
typically how you can get a lady to come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you had the week I had.
9 times out of 10 it works, but
Not here.
But not for everyone. But also, I think what they're talking about is like this guy's like on a mission. He's like, I'm gonna like play DJ on that thing until she comes, and it's like not.
Have you ever had someone hum on it?
I don't know.
Humming's kind of neat.
Humming's neat, or like ice.
Humming's really neat. Ice.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about ice. I'd have to bring that with me.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, humming's neat. Humming is neat.
Humming's neat. I was like, oh, hello, humming.
Hello, hummingbird. Didn't see you there. So yeah, I think we agree. That's one we don't like. How about, okay, number 5, being aggressive with her boobs.
No such thing. Have your way with it.
I don't really have a lot going on up here, and I feel like they're not sensitive at all. So I'm just like, okay.
No.
Yeah.
You're good on that one.
Yep. Being selfish in bed. Yeah. Like we're saying, don't chit chat too much. Don't do Pound Town the whole time. Take the scenic route. And like, it's not about you.
I slept with somebody that was pretty selfish. I don't sleep with them anymore.
They learned their lesson the hard way. You showed them. Okay, number 7.
Oh, God.
Pushing her head down when she's giving you a blowjob.
While she's giving you a blowjob,
Yeah.
that's okay. Hey, I want a blowjob. Let me push your head down. Not ideal. Unless you guys have that funny relationship. And I think that's like funny. But not seriously. Don't do that. But I think that's hilarious. Hey, stop talking. Put your head down. Like, I'm that person. And if we have that relationship, I would think that's funny.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I don't mind.
Give my head a little thrust. That's okay.
Don't hurt me. And don't hold it there.
Right? I was probably getting lazy. I probably deserve that.
Don't let me choke to death.
Yeah.
And then like have their head underwater where they can't. That'd be more of a concern if you didn't let me have my head up.
Yeah. I'm like,
pushing it down means you stop. Holding it there means you're trying to kill me.
Here's like gurgling and like drowning on her own spit. Like that's too much.
We're drowning on your penis. Yeah. So please stop. Don't kill me. I'll do better next time.
So, gentle.
Just mindful.
Just be mindful. Just like with choking, be mindful. There's a limit. Okay, number 8, leaving the bed immediately after coming.
Again, I'm not friends with them anymore in the biblical sense.
If you're gonna go get like a t-shirt or something to get all the cum off of me, like that's fine. Like go do that right now, but then come back and stay. Because I don't like that hanging out on my body.
You good?
So yeah, that sounds more like a one night stand type of situation.
Not for everybody.
That sounds like you sleep in separate beds.
See each other in the kitchen.
Yeah. So those are the 8.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. I think we're in agreement with most of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's all we have for today.
Wow, that was so fast. Can you believe it? Wow.
Wow.
Talk about Pound Town. We just pounded this out.
Yeah, we did. All right. Make sure you share this with your bestie and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube at So Fired Pod. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.